Hi everybody, welcome to today's One Card Wonder Wednesday for Wednesday, April 24th, 2019. Hope everyone's having a great day. So far, so good. I have this fantastic Mother's Day card that I actually am getting out of got the idea out of the new catalog. And these are all items that are carrying over other than the ribbons that I use. And there's a little piece on there that I wanted to get off. But it's a really easy card to make, and I wanted to show you how to do it in case you are in the need of some Mother's Day cards and you know someone who would love something feminine like this. It's perfect. It uses the Tea Together stamp set, which it was in the Occasions catalog and is carrying over to the main catalog. It also uses the tufted 3D embossing folder, which is fantastic, which gives us this wonderful background. And the tea time dies that go with it, those are carrying over as well. So these are all things that you'll be able to order in the new catalog. So if you want to give this card a try, if you don't have those items, you need to order them and get on it because Mother's Day is in a couple of weeks. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll just set this card to the side so you can still see it while I'm working on it. Hi Lisa Marie, hi Donna, how are both of you? Thank you Lisa Marie, you said the card was pretty, I appreciate that. So the first thing is a piece of Whisper White, and we're going to stamp with Memento because I will be coloring with the Stampin' Blends, and you always want to stamp with Memento when you color with your Stampin' Blends. Hi Christine, how are you? So the first thing I did was make sure you get it inked well, and it's easier for me if I flip it over this way when I have the stamp here. Get your teacup stamped. You're going to stamp 2 of each of the flowers. And you can leave a little, I didn't need to leave quite that much space in between them, but you do need a little bit of space in between them since we're going to be cutting them out with the dies. And that's all you're going to need the Memento for. That's all that we're stamping in that color. So the blends colors that I used for the cup are the Pool Party because that is the same color as the background. And I used the dark Pool Party, use the brush end, and I'm gonna turn this sideways just a little bit. And I went ahead and I just went around the top of the cup and around that top line, down the side, around this little piece here. And then I took the writing tip on this end just to go a little bit around the handle, and then I just did the outside scallop of the plate, and that's all I colored on the plate. I didn't color the plate in at all. I just left it white with that blue rim on it, and I thought it looked really pretty. And then take the brush end again, and you're just going to color in the cup. And now I did a little bit darker on this one because I just used the dark, but then I'm going to go over it with the light because I wanted to see how it would look if I kind of blended it in where it's a little bit darker in some spots. So I'm going to go over some of that dark with the light again, just to lighten it up a little bit so it's not quite as light as the other cup, but it'll still be pretty light. So a lot of times if you go over with a lighter color, you can get a little more shading in, which is nice. And I'm not sure if this little piece is part of the cup, but I'm going to make it the cup. And then just go ahead and go around the handle again too. And you can do this in any color that you want. It doesn't have to be Pool Party, but I just was, like I said, casing the catalog, the new catalog. And if you are a demonstrator, you've seen the catalog. If you're not, you'll get to see it soon because we can order them beginning in May and then we can get them mailed out, which will be fantastic. Next for the flowers, we're going to use dark old olive on the leaves. And what I did with the leaves is I just did right down the center. I didn't outline them or anything with the dark old olive. I just went right down the center for all of the flowers. Hi Lois, how are you? Do any of you have this Tea Together stamp set and have you used it? And are you maybe going to make Mother's Day cards with it? I just think it's a beautiful Mother's Day card set. And when I saw this card in the new catalog, I just knew I had to recreate it for a video so everyone could see how easy it is. I'm trying to use the ideas, and because the catalog is an idea book as well, so use the ideas, make those cards. You don't always have to think and come up with something on your own, but I was gonna say, but it makes it nice when, like today, because I was like, oh my goodness, I need to come up with a card for tonight. I haven't had a chance to plan all week. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And my husband and I were driving somewhere earlier, and so I took the catalog with me. He drove, and I searched through the catalog until I found this card, and I said, this is the card. I know what I'm making tonight. So when we got home, all I had to do was prep everything. They already had the idea for me, so that's what I love about our catalog. Use the ideas in it. Okay, so the next color is the Flirty Flamingo, and for those I just did some of the outlines for these roses, just so you have a little bit darker color. And using the blends, I'm telling you, it really makes you feel like an artist. Oh yes, I see your comment, Lisa Marie. You do need to use yours. You need to make some Mother's Day cards with this. It's a fantastic set. I forget how fantastic it is until I go ahead and make something with it again, and then I'm like, oh yeah. So even like this, like I kind of didn't get right on the black line, even if you're just close to it, just to give it that little bit of shading. Once you blend these in, you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, perfect. I'm an artist. I did this perfectly. And for these smaller flowers, I just did like a few little strips coming out from the center. And speaking of centers, I didn't get my So Saffron out. And aren't they the best, Lisa Marie? I love the blends. I feel like I can just color anything with these things. I love them. So then I took the Flirty Flamingo Light, and all you're gonna do, and these roses are so easy, just gonna color over them. Concentrate just a little bit over those dark lines, just enough to blend them in with the lighter pink. And look, you have a perfectly blended rose, and it took me no time at all. And it just gives it that depth, and so it just makes it look like you've spent hours on this card. In reality, this is probably gonna take 15 minutes to get this card done total, and that's with the cutting and everything, and I'm not even doing that on the video. I've already got these beautiful pieces cut out. I just wanted to show you how to use those blends to blend them in. Now in these smaller flowers, when you do toward that center, concentrate a little bit on there just to blend it in a little bit so it all blends into that lighter Flirty Flamingo. That's, I mean, hence their name, the blends, because you get to bring that lighter and darker color together just a little bit, and so it's not all one color. Go back over that a little bit in the center again where I didn't quite concentrate too hard, and just go back over it, fill it in. And the wonderful thing is I could take purple and add purple to this, and it would blend in with the Flirty Flamingo and make a really pretty color as well. Oh, you're welcome, Lois. I love sharing these ideas. And like I said, this was a catalog idea in the new catalog, so I pretty much stole it. So here's what everything looks like once you get them all colored. And with the magic of video, I already have them cut out. I used the dies that go with the Tea Together set, and they are called Tea Time. I'm trying to pick up my flower there. So I've got all my flowers cut. And I ran a piece of Whisper White cardstock through the tufted folder. I hope you can see that tufted on there. And then I have a piece of Pool Party already cut, ready to be used for a card. I'm just going to use my bone folder to get the crease in there. Look, I've prepared ahead of time. I already put dimensionals on. I was like, tonight's video, everybody's going to be surprised. They don't have to spend 5 minutes watching me put dimensionals on. I've already done that. I'm getting better at this, pre-prepping some of my things, at least tonight anyway. we'll see if it happens next time. And so just adhere that piece to the front of your card. And then I took some, I'm going to use glue dots actually this time. I used some tear and tape earlier, but I think I'm going to use a couple of glue dots and just put a couple through the center, because this is where we're just going to, really doesn't matter where you put them as long as they're toward the center of your card, because they are just going to be holding down this ribbon that we want to stick down. And I cut about 13 inches. This is the sheer white ribbon. It comes on a nice big spool like this. And these silver sequins, now these are retiring, the silver sequins and the sheer white ribbon. So if you want those, you need to order soon, because they will be gone, I'm sure, in no time. And I'm just going to bring a piece right to the end there. And then I'm just going to curve it back. Stick it on one of those glue dots, and like I said, see, they don't have to be perfect. And then stick that one on a glue dot. Now I have a little extra, I'll cut that off in a minute, but it's around 13 inches is what I cut for each piece. I'm gonna put one more glue dot right there for this white ribbon. And then I'm just gonna do the same with that sheer white. I'm just gonna weave it back and forth so it goes across. And so like right now it looks kind of weird because you just have this ribbon laid across your card. Now in the catalog they used some of the white ribbon that has the silver foil edge, and that looked really pretty too, but I just wanted to do it with two pieces behind it, so I thought this would be the perfect way to do it. So now these pearlized doilies, I put a couple of strips of tear and tape on the back of them, and I'm just going to peel that off because this was the best way to get this to stick. You're not going to see that tear and tape anyway, just because it's going to be covered by the teacups, just to get that to stick down to that ribbon. And then you take your teacup, that's your first piece you're going to put in the center. And again, I already have my dimensionals on. Woohoo! Does anyone want to try this card for Mother's Day for someone? I mean, if you really want to try and you don't have anyone to send it to, private message me. I'll take one. I love getting cards in the mail. And the second thing I need to do is take a piece, and let me see where I put my piece of Whisper White that I was going to use. There it is for this. It's about an inch. And then I'm gonna do it down toward this end, and then I'll cut a piece off from it. It's about an inch wide, and then I want to say before I trimmed this, it was about 2.5 inches. And I'm going to use the Happy Mother's Day sentiment that comes in the Tea Together stamp set. And I'm going to ink that up with Fleur de Flamingo. Put that right on there, and then I'm going to quickly cut this, and then I'll trim it with the... We'll trim it with the Banner Triple Punch to get that banner edge. Always love that when that pops out of there. So I'm just going to take a little piece, and I will use my snail just to put, if I can get it to come out. Is my snail empty? Nope. There on that end, and then I'm going to put a dimensional on this end, because this end is going to be stuck right on that cup, so you don't want a dimensional on it yet. So I'm just going to stick this on first. And once you have that on there, then go ahead and place your larger flower, the rose. I mean, that's what worked best for me, and you can flip it either way that you want, but this is the way it's in the catalog, and I like that way because then it shows more of your cup. If you put it this way, you kind of cover your cup up a little bit. So this was the way I went with as well. Get my adhesive off that dimensional. Just put this flower up over to this side so you can still see the cup. I'm going to take my little scissors here, and I'm going to just trim these ends so they're on an angle of the white ribbon. And then I'm just going to trim a couple of these sequins off this end. Trying not to actually cut through a sequin and actually just cut the string that's in the middle of them. And then take another piece of Whisper White for the center and grab your memento again. I did say we were done with it, but I forgot about putting our stamp on the inside of the card. And we're just using this little flower. And we'll do the same thing. We're just going to color it in with the blends. And I'm only going to use the dark Flirty Flamingo on this one because I'm not going to blend the colors in on these buds. I'm just going to color them in. And I'll do the same with the Old Olive. I'm not going to use the light. I'm just going to color these leaves in with the dark for the inside of the card. Ta-da! All right, put a little bit of adhesive on the back of that. Again, Tombow works just as well. And I know a lot of people love to use the Tombow. I just prefer the snail for most of my stuff. If I'm using Tombow, it's for something that I know might have to move around a little bit before I stick it down. So just get your piece of Whisper White in the center. You got that little flower. Your Happy Mother's Day is on the outside. And it's perfect. Isn't that a gorgeous card? So simple, but it just turns out really pretty. I think it's gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed today's One Card Wonder Wednesday. Don't forget the clearance rack has refreshed, so get on there and get some of those clearance items. I have posted a list of items that are retiring, I believe. And I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I just need to find a moment to do it. I'm going to go through the catalog and mark what is retiring and what is staying. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and make someone a gorgeous Mother's Day card. You don't have to use these colors. Use a different color. You don't even have to use this stamp set. If you've got something else besides the teacup that you want in the center and you don't want flowers and you just want something, you can just use this exact layout. Just put something else on there and then post a picture in the comments so we can all see what you did. I appreciate you watching. Have a great evening. Bye.